So good evening, everybody. This is a stay-at-home grandma, and I'm doing some art and some chit-chat. It's quiet in the house. I got a lot of work done. I actually made a video earlier, but somehow or other, I don't know what happened to it, so let's hope that this one plays. I'm actually finishing the lamp, and I actually decided to wait because I wasn't going to put the same ribbon that I had around there. I got this. You can see that on television. So I'm going to put this around the edge. I might actually put it around the top too at some point because I have more. I just have to see how it looks around the edge. And it might be too much. So hopefully this glue gun, yep, this glue gun works because I've been having glue gun problems. Let me put that back in where it belongs. So how's everybody doing? I am doing fine. My husband is doing much better, and he's going to have some tests tomorrow. He was supposed to have them anyway, so he's at the VA, so I guess they decided to keep him because of that, which I figured that they were going to, but he thought he was coming home. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I pay him no attention because he does not like to be sick, which nobody likes to be sick, but, you know, you got to roll with the punches, you know, but lots of times men don't want to do that. He frightens me sometimes with that because he won't tell anybody he's sick either. That's the thing. And he'll lay there in pain and agony. I keep telling him this is not the war zone where you wait for the medic. You don't have to do that anymore, but, you know, he was trying to tell me the other day, well, soldiers don't react to things like that. And I'm like, you're not a soldier anymore. But all of them are like that. My ex-husband, although he's my ex, we are friends. In fact, he's friends with my husband as well. And he acts the same way. He acts the very same way. Put some of this glue on there. This is so hard to do because it rolls. And I'm not getting burnt. I'm sorry. I don't know whether it was the other day when I got burned and my finger ached for 2 whole days. 2 whole days. I mean, ached like it was a fresh burn. And it wasn't funny. It was not pretty. And where my bone is, to press this out, I don't know. I have no clue what happened to it. Oops. Be careful. So, I'll find it when I least expect it to find it. But I need to find it and keep it out somewhere because I need it when I'm doing things like this. So anyway, it's coming along. And then there's my son-in-law came today and took the railing down so that they could bring the washing machine up. So they can't come until. It was funny too because when I called, the guy wasn't there. So I said, well, I have to wait until tomorrow to call him. Somehow or other, see, that's why I said I just leave it alone and let God handle it because whatever, the lady called to find out if they had even delivered my washing machine. And I said, yes, but, you know, I need to have it moved because they left it in my living room and I can't wash clothes down there. And she laughed and she said, well, we can do it. We can't do it tomorrow, but we can do it Saturday. I said, no, it has to be done Friday. And she said, I'm sorry. She said, I just completely forgot that there was a day after Thursday. She said, I don't know what I was thinking. And I said, you're thinking, well, we're all thinking we're tired. And we are tired. And, and I said, I'm sure you're tired, more tired than I am. And so anyway, so they're coming Friday because, like I said, the stairs are open and the little dolls will be here Friday because it's Friday night girls' night. So, and then the little ones spend the night with me. In fact, my other granddaughter is spending the night with me tomorrow night, I hope. And but she doesn't have any school Thursday, so I mean she doesn't have any school Friday. See, I did it. Doesn't have any school Friday, so having said that, she's spending the night with me tomorrow night, so hopefully, because she's been sick all week. I mean sick, and oh, here it is, right here. I could use this one for a phone. So it's sticking on nicely. I'm going to actually take pictures of everything when I get finished with it. I think that this one is finished, but I'm going to see if the top needs it too. So having said that, because the stairwell's open, I don't want the girls to be half asleep and go down the stairs or try to go down the stairs. It's just very difficult. So she's promising me that they're going to call tomorrow night. And you know what? I'm going to call them just like I did before and tell them, look, y'all need to get here. Because I told her that's like a boyfriend saying we going on a date and he ain't showing up. Never had that happen to me. I didn't have that many boyfriends. Maybe that's why. And I was the one that didn't show up, by the way. Not that I was a player or anything like that. I just would get work or caught up with school or something like that and forget that I was supposed to be someplace. I know that's not right, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I liked school. So anyway, we'll leave this alone. I'll cut this off tomorrow. And I'll cut all the other pieces off as well. Get all the little threads that I hate. That's the only thing I hate about the glue gun is the fact that all these little threads just get all mine. It's mind-boggling to me how that happens, but it happens. And they come off, but it just looks like they look like spider webs to me. So anyway, that's that. I think that looks good. Now I have to decide whether to do the top or not. But I'll decide that. No, I think I will trim the top. Excuse me, I think I will get the trim. I think it will look so much better trimmed in the top and in the bottom. Don't you? It just will. It look very professional. With the little spidery things on it. As I go, I take that off. I'll take this off in a minute. And then I'll glue that back on. I will be right back. I gotta get to the ribbon. Put it back down here. Is that it? Yeah. So I spend about a half hour to an hour cleaning and putting things where I can get them and know where they're at and know what they're for and blah, 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 blah. And it's getting there. Like I said, it's a big room, but I've managed to bring almost everything upstairs now, so that it's not, I'm not doing art in the kitchen, I'm not doing art in the other one that was my small, there just wasn't enough room down there for all the stuff that I had and all the stuff that I wanted to have. So I decided this, and besides which, I need the exercise because I don't really go out. So I'm going to take this and figure this around the top. Yeah, it does look much better. Figure this around the top. Come on. You can't stick this with a pin like you can when you're sewing something because you just don't want to. So we'll cut this off. If I have a little bit left over, I'll use it for something. So I'm going to attempt to make, well, I made a, I told you that I made a shelf. I made it out of old milk crates. I wish I had some more. I actually saw a couple in the shed I might confiscate, but I think they're different sizes. So having said that, there's a bunch of junk in it. See if my husband has any more. See if he'll give it to me. Because I know he probably has some down his shop. But he's getting some sleep. That's one of the things he wasn't getting. And like I said, he sounds a lot better. He's breathing a lot better. So I tell you, for him to get sick, it's worrisome because he never really gets sick. But I guess we all get that way sometime. Although he doesn't smoke in the house, why think he stopped smoking? I think that would make you do it when you stop breathing. Or you're not breathing well at all. I don't know. I have one of my. I have to take and blur this out some kind of way. Yeah. I'm gonna watch. Oh, I was gonna watch. I don't have a television up here, and nobody probably can fathom that one. But I really don't need one. I need peace and quiet. And that's not to say that my husband's not. He doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? He'll check to see if I'm all right and stuff like that, but he does not come up and bother. When I was married before, I couldn't breathe. I mean, I really couldn't. He would not allow me to breathe. And I'm not that kind of person. I have to have space and I have to have breath. And when you don't allow me to breathe, and my mother knew that, and so she never bothered me either. But see, my mother, I guess, was the same way too, so we were kind of cut from the same cloth with that. Because my mother was an avid reader and an avid maker of things when she was home. When she was off from work, and when she was just home from work, she would be reading, she would be cooking, reading, sewing, or knitting. She just wasn't watching television. So I guess it's safe to say I get that from her, because she would be knitting, watching television. She would have her sewing machine in her room, but she had a very big bedroom. So she would put all her little sewing things there and sew and knit. She just enjoyed her space. And I was like her in every step of the word. So I guess, you know, when you become, they say you become your mother or you become your parents. I really can't tell you, except my father was a really good-hearted man, so I hope I'm good-hearted like he was. But I really can't tell you anything else because I don't know all that much about him. I know that he was a good man. I know that I was in a nightclub one night, and there was an older gentleman. His name was Joe as well. My father's name was Joe. And we used to always talk all the time. I used to see him, and he said to me one day, you know, I know you knew your father. And I said, no, I didn't know that you knew my father. I knew that you were about my father's age, so to speak. I said, but I never really knew any of his friends. Because, I mean, I was 8 years old when he died. So how do you even, other than my Uncle Woody, who worked in the barbershop with him, and Owen, okay, and of course, you don't know any of these people, I'm sure, and they're all dead, by the way. But I didn't really know. I can't remember. I can't remember all of his friends. Anyway, that's finished. I think it looks so much better, even with the newspaper on it and everything like that. It says I'm dressed up and ready to go. So tomorrow I will cut out all of the string, and because I have to let it dry, cut out any of the glue that's there, and let it get ready to be sewed. I think that that's pretty. A couple of little mistakes along the way. And like I said, I'll cut the excess of this and then glue that little thing back on. But that's really pretty. I'm actually kind of proud of myself. I'm really kind of proud of myself. So that's the second one. And that's really nice. So now, I'm going to, at some point, well, I had like a lot of things to show. Oh, so anyway, this is, let me unplug this. This is, am I going to use this? I got this somehow or other hooked up, this wire hooked up on my seat, and I need to get up because that's one way to have a little accident. So I have some of the embellishments. I'll show you some, and some I just was making in the other film, and didn't quite get on there. I made these. These are the embellishments. Some of the embellishments. This is a steam pump thing, and some of it broke. What was my first one with this one? I got this, these are owls, and they're to be painted. This one right here, this started to be an emoji, and it didn't take, so I think I'll use the resin for that. That's another steam pump one. And then there's moons and everything. And these are going in the kit, in the $5 kit. This is something I was playing with, and I made a Christmas tree. And this is all plastic. Okay, so I'm going to paint it and fix it up and get it ready for Christmas. I don't know. I think I want to put it on canvas, but then again, I don't. I have this too, by the way. These were the emojis, and I have to resin these. I can't use, well, I can't use the plaster. It's kind of deep. See how deep that is in there? And I can't use the plaster, so I'll do something else with it. I got some glitter glue sticks on there. I don't know what I have. I really, truly don't know. I have so much stuff. I don't really know what I have. But that's why I'm trying to put it where I can get it. And so, you know, and that takes a little bit of time. So, let's see. Let's make it. Get my colors. That's metallic. Let me see. That's just regular green. And as I'm cleaning, I'm finding things that I forgot I had. That's why this space was important to me, because I can put things out where I want them and be able to find them and be able to use them, because, you know, I use everything. I really do. I leave no stone unturned when it comes to using things. And I use a lot of things that normally, because now my husband asked me, if I throw this away, do you want it? And I throw away a lot of things, but I don't throw away everything. Like, I'm good for keeping little plastic. And I'm good for keeping cardboard. Because I can use those for embellishments, and I can use them for so many things. Okay, well, I think that I'm going to use what's this one? No, that's not metallic, though. I think I'm going to use this one, because this one is metallic. It's by Folk Art, and it's blue topaz. Because I'm not going to make it green. I thought maybe I might have had a green topaz, but I don't think I have one. I'm not going to make it green. I want a little blue in it, although I'm not particularly a fan of blue. But this metallic blue ought to be really good. So let's get... Okay. I was looking for my artboard, and I can't find it. Well, I need a nail so I can hang on my art boards up. You know, my mixing boards up on the wall. And I just haven't done that yet. There isn't a nail right there, but I will need one. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. Ta-da! My art journal. If you've been following me in my art journal, I'm going to do it this weekend. Probably, maybe tomorrow. I've got to do paper, and I've got to dye paper. And this will be the first time I've dyed paper. But, well, that's a pretty metallic blue. It is metallic. Blue topaz. I like that. I really do like that. Now, oh yeah, now I bought a bathroom over the toilet type cabinet, and now I've got an art with Home Depot because somehow or other, and somehow or other, it's, how do you say, it's not worn, but it got like worn kind of like in a couple of places, and nobody did anything to it because it was up high, okay? And there's only really me and my husband. I know the girls are here, but they don't bother with that cabinet. And then they had some of those, I'll show you, these little sample paints like this, and they were 99 cents, and they have free shipping. They've charged me for the paint, but I've yet to see the paint. So they're next. Okay, they are next. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, you know, I don't understand how or why, you know, they would do something like that. I mean, come on. So, and then they gave, when I bought it in January, and they gave me 10% off when I bought it, but they said, oh no, there's not 10% off. But see, I'm going to have to go down there. I don't go down and act like a fool either. I'll be truthful with you because, like I said, I do not let my blood pressure go up. Okay, I refuse to lose my temper to a bunch of idiots. I go down and talk to them just like I'm talking to you. Okay, and I just tell them, look, you know, I'm a blogger. You don't want me to let this out because, and I will, because I did put some of it on my blog already. Okay, and if you haven't read my blog, um, it should be in the comment section. If not, I'll put it in there. And I just I don't feel it necessary to get angry or get upset. I get back at them in other ways. You know, the real way. I talk on my blog. And I did with Lowe's and this manager. Oh, I don't know. The manager, I had told you I called corporate, and the man said that whoever wrote me back said they were sorry to hear about it and that one of the managers would get to me soon. So nobody called me from corporate management anyway. I know that the call I got today, I don't know where she was from, but she called me, so whatever. But she put it in she put everything on in the computer so that I'm supposed to, like I said, get a call tomorrow night. But corporate manager was supposed to call me. Okay, so I'm going to ask them very kindly tomorrow, and because I save all of my messages too, and I'm going to write them tomorrow and say, okay, so somebody was supposed to call me to check up, and as far as I know, nobody called me from corporate, and I want to know why. If you say that you're going to do something, if I tell you I'm going to do something, okay, I mean, you know, we're playing around here. This is fun and everything like that. But if I tell you seriously I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I will explain to you if it's going to be late, and I'll tell you why. I might tell you privately, but when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I don't understand why when people say they're going to do something, you know, here of late, because when a person doesn't understand that your word is your bond, okay? And when you tell somebody something, they actually believe you. Well, not so much anymore, but this is really pretty. I just have to decide, and maybe you might say, put it on a canvas or not put it on a canvas. Use it as a some kind of a hanger or something. That really did. I'm glad I did pick this instead of just the plain old green. And this metallic, I'm going to have to put another color on it. You know, I mean, another coat on. But this metallic is really, really pretty. And I don't even like blue. But this is not a blue. But, you know, when somebody gives you their word, you're expecting them, if you're sick and they say they're coming to see you, they're expecting to see you. They're looking for you. And, because I remember that one time. I remember when I was I wasn't in high school. I was kind of grown, but not so grown. But I remember one of my girlfriends was sick, and I said, well, I'll be up to the hospital to see you. And my cousin went to see her, and she said, you know, did you go see our friend? Because she was looking for you. And I said, you know what? I said, I got busy and I forgot. And she said, well, she was looking for you. So I made sure I went there the next day. But, you know, so this is it. See it? I don't want to put it up too high. So I'm going to let that dry. So if you think that you want me to do anything, I know I'm going to embellish it with some jewels. I don't know if I'm going to do all the jewels. Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. About 26 holes altogether. I'll actually count them again because I just lost count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There's 30 of them. So I might put, I don't know, 30 stones there. I don't know, we'll see. But tell me what you want to see done to it. What you might like to see done to it. Give me some ideas so that it's just always me. Anyway, I love you. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. I will hopefully see you tomorrow, God willing, and the creek don't rise. God bless you. Take care. I love you. Again, bye-bye.